Okay guys, episode 11 from Grendizer U. Tirona, that's the name of the episode, and I gotta say, you guys are gonna be pretty interested. So we start off here with basically where we left off last time, of Rubina saying goodbye to Duke with Tirona by their side, pretty much telling him that they will come back, that they will see each other again. And of course, Duke is bawling his eyes out. And Rubina looks pretty normal and, you know, saying that they love each other and all that stuff. So, Tirona, man, what happens in this episode is actually... this episode, let me tell you something. Stars, the whole way through is pretty sappy and pretty... you know, it's pretty boring, but the twist at the end, ooh, you guys are gonna love it. So basically, you know, talking, and she goes away, of course, and then we have the intro. Nothing new in the intro, by the way. Nothing. They're still using Mazinger Z instead of the Mazinger X. So pretty much we see the ring in space, and of course Tirona is talking to Rubina, and you know, Rubina's just remembering old pictures and all that stuff, and there's still a conflict because, you know, Tirona doesn't want to help Duke. She wants to still be, you know, the person that you know, she still wants to be loyal to Vega, and she's like, yeah, I know Duke is not the person, you know, he's not the bad guy, because she saw Casado, you know, going crazy and berserk, you know, and then you know, she's like, hey, we want to survive, we have to kill Duke. And Rubina is the opposite. And she's like, no, that, you know, she pretty much doesn't care, that's not gonna change her opinion. By the way, I'm not gonna be reading the subtitles a lot here. The thing is that for some reason the video that I watched, the subtitles were at least 5 seconds faster than the actual video. Yeah, so they don't really match. I don't know why. So Tirona, she gets really pissed off, you know, because Rubina wants to prove Duke innocent, and Tirona's like, no. And then we get this, basically Tirona wants to slap the shit out of Rubina. I was not expecting that, but yeah, Tirona is really pissed off. And even Rubina gets scared. She's like, oh no, she's gonna hit me. Tirona's like, darn it, can't do that shit. You know, so Rubina is basically contacting a plan, you know, with this maid that's also from Planet Flea, by the way. So her idea is pretty much to send a letter to Duke, but we'll get to that soon. So Professor Yumi is still alive, is good. You know, so you Yumi fans are really happy. Sayaka's happy. I gotta say, Sayaka for some reason is wearing like a maid's outfit. Like, Sayaka gets a bunch of different outfits, and Koichi's the one that gets stuck with the same thing. So yeah. So pretty much, you know, Duke feels bad, but you know, they're happy that Professor Yumi is still alive. So, you know, so Duke is just talking to his old man, right? Well, the pretend old man. So Umon is like, yeah, I'll talk to you later, because this is where it gets spicy. This is where the situation gets a little bit dicey. Remember that normally in these series, Photon Labs and the Gather Research Institute, all that stuff work independently from the government. Well, here we see the other side of that coin, that the Photon Lab got destroyed, and now is like, yeah, the government's gonna take over. And obviously, doesn't want this to happen. He does not want to happen, because they want to basically turn Mazinger X and Grendizer into pretty much their weapons, you know, use them wherever they want. Which is interesting, because that does happen in Mazinger Infinity. That does happen, but Professor Yumi is the Prime Minister of Japan, so it's okay. So, yeah, but this time they're gonna do it a little bit different. But we'll see what happens. So then we cut to Rubina with the letter. You know, she's like, take it, and the maid is gonna get in the ship, and Tirona shows up, and Tirona's like, yeah, give me that letter right now. And she reads it. Again, and Rubina's like, we're gonna perform the royal wedding, you know. So it looks like it's gonna be something happy, right? But Tirona's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So she's remembering, you know, Rubina as a rose, that she's always been nice, that she knows always been caring, you know, and she, you know, you can tell that Tirona is jealous. I mean, we saw it the last episode. She is jealous. And, you know, there's sparring sections and all that stuff, the picnics that they had, and how Duke will always go to her instead of going to Tirona. And, you know, Tirona's pissed off, and she's like, okay, yeah, here's the letter back. we know that there's something up there, because, yeah, she read the letter and she's giving it back, and she's like, keep a secret from my sister. Okay. So, back on Earth, well, not back on Earth, actually, because this is the Vegas watching a video of the last episode, you know. They're mad at Blackie. Yes, they're mad at Blackie. Blackie, this motherfucker, this Blackie didn't just destroy the photon lab. He almost killed Professor Yumi. You know, he fucked things up. You know, you should be giving Blackie a medal, but, you know, give him a medal. Give the guy a medal, man. Give him a raise. Blackie, you motherfuckers, these two didn't do shit. You guys didn't do shit. You just stayed there. Yeah, you made the aggressive sauce or whatever, the beast sauce or whatever you want to call it, but you still didn't do shit, man. You know, so they're mad, and they're like, oh, we have to destroy them. And of course, the reversers Baron Ashura suggest that since the only thing that can vanquish, you know, Grendizer is the Vega, they have to go with another plan, and this plan actually makes sense. They say, let's have the people on Earth be the one to vanquish them. So, I know what you're thinking. Wait, so this means that Koji is gonna go bad or something? No, this just means that they're gonna turn the people of Earth against Grendizer. That's all they're saying. And darn it, why does this happen again? Okay, so that's pretty much what they're saying there. So we come back, and the professor is at the lab. You know, they're trying to figure out how they're gonna fix things. Of course, Duke is helping out with moving boulders and stuff using Grendizer. Honestly, Duke, you could move that without the spacer, just with Grendizer by itself. No need to use the spacer. And of course, the maid comes there and it's like, hey, I need to talk to you, and gives him the letter. And Duke gets really happy when he reads it. For, well, not just because of the wedding, but there's something else that happens, so we'll get to that pretty soon. Don't worry, it will be PG. So Duke is like, okay, thank you. And he goes to Koji, and you know, he's like, Koji, let's go for a ride. So they go on the ride on the Duke bike, the Duke cycle, whatever you want to call it. And you can see that it kind of looks like a spacer, but it doesn't have to do anything. And by the way, this is a 3-seater. You can see it there. That's 3 seats. I don't know, but they're just talking about how they're gonna you know how they're gonna work with this now, because the research center has been destroyed, you know. And then Koji gets a call that Munich, Germany has been destroyed. Yes, you can see that it has been destroyed there. And, you know, there you have the Vegas just talking there. They're really happy, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna destroy Washington in 24 hours. Okay, dude, do it. I mean, it's just a swamp. And you can take California out while you're at it as well. And Canada as well, for just a bit. You know, you can take out quite a few places. Just let them do it. But, yeah. Now that's their plan. They're gonna be destroying cities after cities. So the government's like, we have to hang over Grendizer, we have to capture, we have to do all this stuff. You know, that's just, yeah, their evil scheme, which honestly is not really that exciting, not really that smart. So Tirona leaves, and they're back at this little house, you know, close to a fallen lab, and they're just watching the news and how the countries are asking, hey, you have to give Grendizer up, which is pretty darn crazy. Okay, so, you know, they're pretty pissed off. Koji is pissed off, Marie is pissed off, everybody's pissed off, you know, that they're making them look like fools, you know. So this is something that what happens next is actually pretty nice, because it's about time. Because if you know, Massinger, Great, and, well, no, not, does Great that does happen in the original series? I'm not 100% sure. I know that Massinger and at least Grendizer do have separate labs. So basically here they're planning of, hey, we'll just go fly into the far side of the moon with Massinger X and we'll destroy the cannon. And Koji's like, well, we can do that, but we have a problem, because Massinger can't break through the atmosphere. That's what basically they're saying. But Hikaru comes in and she's like, yeah, on to Wolf's Island, we got something there. And they're like, huh, what? Yeah, they have a full lab in there. They have a full lab with everything. So this is gonna be Grendizer's main base now, which is cool, because that's how it is in the original series. And they have an idea on how to get Grendizer X up there. By the way, I know a lot of people last time in the comments don't like the design. I really don't get why. I mean, it looks fine. It looks fine. It looks good. I mean, it doesn't look like the original, but it still has some really nice features to it. The other thing is Massinger X. Okay, it's Massinger X. All the promotional materials that I've seen is called Massinger X. The figures and the model kits that are gonna come out are gonna be called Massinger X. It's not Massinger U. Okay, it's Massinger X. That is not really debatable now. It is. So their plan here is to take all three spacers and pretty much combine all three of them so Massinger can break through the atmosphere. And this is called the Massinger X Cosmo Special. That is what it's called, the Cosmo Special. So yeah, it's still Massinger X, and now it's the Cosmo Special. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if Bandai's SMP kits, if they come out with the spacers, I wonder if they're gonna be able to do this. That'll be very interesting if they do, because it looks like it's just the drill spacer here, the marine spacer on the back, and then the double spacer on top of the marine spacer, or more towards the middle around here. So That's great. See, real spacer, double spacer, marine spacer. So that is interesting. Wonder how they're gonna that as model kits and figures, but it would be cool. And you're just gonna clear the atmosphere and go there. That is the idea. And I will destroy you all with Mazinger X for some reason. I think is I will not, if we do not succeed. Okay, yeah, we'll destroy all of us. And Koji's happy because like, yeah, I get to go to space, which is true. I think last Mazinger that went to space was Geyser, and he went from space and went down on Earth from General Darkness, of course. So they're just talking and stuff, and this is the big twist here. So Hirona's like, yeah, Rubin, I read your letter that Insun handed me and all that stuff, and Rubina's like, yeah, I'm still going. You're not gonna stop me. And well, she's like, oh, you're gonna throw everything away. You're gonna throw me away for him. And Rubina pretty much says that she understands perfectly, and she just wants to live a happy life with Duke. You know, that she's not gonna throw herself in the abyss, that this is the last time she's gonna ask her to step away. And of course, Tirona's like, no, you're not gonna do that. And takes the sword out, and I don't get it. Rubina isn't scared. Okay, so Rubina isn't really scared here. She's a little bit surprised, but come on. The people that are doing the animation here and writing the story, when Tirona was gonna slap her, you could see the emotion and the fear in her. She takes out the sword, which is 1,000 times a lot more painful, and she is like, okay, you know, and she gets pretty pissed off as well. So yeah, so we come back, Duke saying sorry Koji for leaving you sleeping here, and for some reason Koji is like, I'm gonna sleep here in this corner. And really, the Kabuto Koji is the Odyssey. It just keeps, it surprises me. The stuff Koji does sometimes is like, motherfucker, don't you have another place? Can't you sleep on the freaking powder? Will make sense. So just sleeping there, you'd probably be more comfortable. And also that Mazinger isn't like Mazinger is just gonna wake up and start slashing stuff because you're asleep. It's not gonna go to the autopilot. So Maria is just trying to look to the future, but all she sees is fog. Yes. And Duke doesn't tell her. She's like, oh yeah, I know I can change the world and all that stuff. So that's good. Let's go to sleep and we'll go to space tomorrow. So Duke goes to Rubina. And how did she get there? We don't know. And they're gonna start, you know, to get married, and she just says to promise me and trust me and faithful, far and worse, good and bad and all that stuff. Takes the veil off, and you think he's gonna kiss her, but no, he just hugs her. And he's like, promise not to leave me, and she's like, I promise. And then dun 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 dun. Oh yeah, Duke is finally gonna get it on. Here we go. Basically, clothes disappeared, and they are gonna go for a ride. Take me for a ride. Dun, 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 dun. So here you have the kiss finally, and gosh, they went to do this so PG that they were like, oh, we'll just have these things flying around and some symbols and stuff, and then we'll have them both naked here. And here we go, the big reveal, the twist of all twists. You're like, Rubina is evil? Well, no, because it's actually Tirona. Yes, Duke fucked his girlfriend's sister. Oh. Dude, I was not expecting this twist. When I saw it, I was like, damn. And you know, Tirona had this in mind for a very long time, and you know she fucking enjoyed it, and you know that she's just pissed because she couldn't stay looking like Rubina for a little bit longer. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's what happened. And she's crying because she knows that, or she's like, oh, you're a cheater, you're a cheater. He's not a cheater. You pretended to be the other person and he didn't know. I mean, you're using magical powers. Like, okay, if it, let's be honest, if there's two girls and they're sisters and one of them wears the hair a different, you know, there's always differences, but let's say they're twins and stuff, unless you really know them that well, there might be some problems. But come on, Tirona, like, you laid the trap and he fell for it. I don't think he's a cheater. But Duke, you have Koji, you have Sayaka, you have Hikaru, you have Maria. You could have had any of those four be your witness. Just in case, just saying. And you didn't bring any of them. You decided, no, F that, I'm going by myself, man. Duke was faking with his third leg. He was like, I know what's coming next. Oh man, I'm gonna come. Do not come. Should I do it? You guys weren't expecting that. Yeah. So it's like, and now the whole thing, the whole drama is gonna be, you know, now will Rubina find out? Yeah, I'm sure she will. And how will she take it? You don't know. We'll see. Now more explaining, you know, and she basically berates him. You're a cheater. You're a cheater. You're a cheater. Yeah, Tirona, those tears are not just from, you're not really angry, you're actually happy because you wanted that, pun intended, you wanted that Duke, you wanted that Duke and you got that Duke. The only thing is that maybe you should have kept getting the Duke for a little bit longer, you know, instead of just rushing through it. Now she's pissed off. And Duke is like, holy fuck, I fucked Tirona. Oh, Duke, something tells me at the end of the series they're gonna be double dipping, man. Good for you. Good for you. I just feel bad for Duke. I just feel bad for him. Like, he's like, damn it. Got two, the other got one. And it wasn't the one that I wanted. Well, it makes sense, you know. She set a trap and he fell for the trap and he... I don't... Look, if you know... You could tell Koji, you can tell... Dude, tell Koji. Koji's not gonna care. Koji's gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna watch that. But you have him around. You have him around, so when this shit happened, Koji could have been like, huh, I saw everything, Tirona. No, but no, Duke decided to go by himself. So, the end in place. Nothing really new here. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be happening soon. And then we just get... We don't even get the text for the fact. What's the next name of the episode, you know. But yeah, I gotta say, it was actually, that twist was actually pretty good. That was pretty darn good. I gotta say, the writers here really knocked it out of the park with that one. I was not expecting that. Because yeah, we know that they have powers, but I was not expecting them to, you know, to be able to copy a person like that. And I mean, Duke didn't even notice it. So darn. So Duke, my friend, you're a lucky guy. You got 2 for 1. You're gonna get 2 for 1 as well. I don't know how that's gonna end up. Hopefully Tirana doesn't die, you know. Hopefully they come to understanding, you know. But we'll see. Oh, and what about Hikaru? Oh, what about Hikaru? You know that Hikaru said that she was gonna marry him as well. Darn. Duke's getting a lot pissy. Too bad. I wish that's what the Haitians were getting in Ohio, instead of just taking your cats and dogs, using them for sacrifices. That's what they do, by the way. If you don't believe that, I dare you to check every local newspaper, every archive of the Haitians doing that in Puerto Rico. It goes all the way back to 1985, by the way. So go and check that out. You're gonna learn a few things that what they're telling you in Ohio is the stuff that's coming out there is actually pretty true. It's not fake. It's not fake. They're using them for ritual for the Santeria, which is pretty much. I gotta tell you this little tip. If you're gonna argue with somebody about Santeria, as soon as they say, "Oh, but they have Jesus, they have Mary." The Virgin Mary, and they use crucifixes and stuff, that's all a mockery. That's all mockery. They're doing it to mock. Okay, that's why they have their little altars. They're actually worshiping pagan gods and other stuff. It's actually pretty satanic what they're doing. That's just how it goes. So yeah, guys, enough rambling. Like I said, the episode, I liked it. That twist at the end was pretty darn good. I was not expecting that. I really enjoyed it, and we'll see what happens on the next episode, so next week. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.